Hey there, my name is Hima Reddy, and I've been studying financial markets for over 15 years. I was first introduced to them by my late father when I was a teenager. He was a doctor, but he traded commodities, stocks, and index futures in his retirement accounts. So, inspired by my discoveries about the stock market, I left my home state of New York and went on to Indiana University. I studied really hard at my finance degree and graduated 4 years later. The thing is, when it came to learning about trading and investing, I got next to nothing. So I moved back home on the condition that I would work part-time while my dad would teach me. My father handed me this book called How to Make Profits Trading in Commodities, written by someone named W.D. Gann, and he told me to carefully read through it. He also set me up with TradeStation software and told me to watch the 1-minute bar chart of the E-mini S&P 500 futures market for at least 3 hours a day, every trading day, for a whole month. He insisted that I do this before moving on to further lessons with him. A few days in, I started recognizing some of the buy and sell signals that Gann spoke about in his book, seeing them come to life on the ES chart. So I created graphic images like these as visual aids to help me recognize trading signals more easily. I also wrote market newsletters. The purpose of each newsletter was to give me the key concepts, the lowdown, the most important points about the session ahead. So I named the newsletters The Skinny on the Mini, and I shared them with my dad each day. Now, have you heard of a CMT? Well, it can refer to country music television or a certified massage therapist. But I'm talking about the Chartered Market Technician designation, which I learned was my ticket to getting a job as a professional technical analyst, which was my end goal. So I got super busy studying for my CMT exams. But I still kept writing The Skinny on the Mini, and I would forward them to my dad each day. And after a few weeks, something amazing happened. My father began incorporating my analysis into his trading work, and he was making winning trades with it. I was able to help my dad increase his trading success using knowledge that he had introduced me to. We were both ecstatic. I went on to work as an analyst at an independent research firm in New York City for several years. Then, in 2010, I got the chance to write an introductory level book focusing on Gann's work. My book, The Trading Methodologies of W.D. Gann, published in October 2012. To illustrate the concepts in my book, I brought back The Skinny on the Mini, and I started sending it not only to my dad, but to my book readers, my webinar and lecture attendees, and my professional colleagues who were using technical analysis every single day. In 2014, I joined an equity research firm at an investment bank based in Minneapolis. My husband's from Wisconsin, which is right next door. And as you can see here, he was successful in converting me into a t-shirt wearing, bratwurst eating, Green Bay Packers football fan. Given his Midwestern roots, it looked like we might end up settling in Minnesota, and the constraints of my new job did not allow for independent research, so I had to stop sending out The Skinny on the Mini. Now, the number of subscribers to my free report had grown substantially. And when I said that I'd stop sharing it, I had strangers who had been subscribed to the report telling me how sad, very sad, they were to see it go, because of the many ways my research was helping them profit from the ES market. So I knew that someday I would have to revive The Skinny on the Mini for good. In 2016, my husband, who's a cancer surgeon, got an amazing job opportunity, and we moved to Buffalo, back in my home state of New York. I left my sell-side analyst role in the process, and by the summer of 2016, I decided to bring back The Skinny and the Mini. So I reached out to former subscribers, offering the newsletter for a monthly subscription fee, and they started happily paying me for it. I repeat, people started paying for something that they used to get for free. That's how valuable it was to them. They also wanted to know more about my education and training resources, which leads me to being where I am today.